Look at this shit. These are all individual waves. That's why that's just a standalone. There's a little overlap going on here, but look at these waves, man. Yeah, that's two waves interacting right here. That's an island, by the way. You can see the waves rounding and shoring. Here's some rocks it's going through. This is all just one big island shadow casted back there. You can see in this very unoptimized main map. That's what I'm going to work on next. But look at this thing! I still gotta work on closer to shore. These are fading out too fast. Okay, this kind of looks ugly now. This spot needs a little bit of work, but let me restart this. Look at this. This is just an individual wave here. Now I'm riding the wave, going up and forwards. Slightly bigger ship. Let's get a clean patch of water. Oh shit, I forgot I can do this. F4. This is the original. So these are all individual wave objects, and they just have a line point. They're decimal. They're I don't know how to explain it. They're only individual objects, but we draw a line near unbroken neighboring objects to form these long lines. I chose a bad map to show this on. But you see there's just only that little bit of overlap. There's still a few bugs in it. But all the rest of this are individual objects, which is why it's rendering so badly. Yeah, it's not optimized. But here, in this bottom right corner, there's a bunch of rocks you can just barely see. Let's sail to this bottom right corner. Supposedly you can surf these waves. See, I'm struggling to get past it right now, but jump over it, and there are the rocks. Okay, let's avoid the rocks. Now these waves, I'm just going right over them. They're not breaking yet, they're just nice curvy waves. But once this white foam starts showing up here, that shows that it's a lot more powerful wave. In fact, if I get too close, I'll actually get stuck in the rocks. Ooh, that's the edge of the map. And I'm lost. Where am I? There I am. I don't think I can get past all of this. Well, let's get around. I know there's an opening farther up this, whatever you want to call it, reef. Breaker rocks. This is all sheltered water on the right side here, so all of this swell, you can see how it starts breaking when it hits the rocks. Can I show that in F4? It still needs some work. This is the very first. This is literally the very first that I've seen of this. So they absolutely could use a little bit of work, but oh my god, that's beautiful. Although I'm starting to think this looks better. What the fuck just happened there? Now we're in the shore. You can see land over here. This kind of looks nice, but it would need a whole lot of tuning. I don't know if I want to do all that. I suppose this is just 3D ribbons. And what I was thinking was more of like a pixelated 3D mesh. I don't know, this one, I'm going to stick with 2D regardless. Plus, there's kind of beauty in this one, isn't there? I don't know, I just wanted to see what it looks like in 3D. Plus, I think it would give some nice feedback to the player when they could see the boat twist, yaw, keel over, whatnot. But it absolutely needs some work. This ribbon's not working out the way I wanted, but it still looks very nice. And ignore this horrendous optimization. The AI messed up. I didn't want it to do this. I wanted it to do something else, but I did not sanitize my project properly. So it used the wrong file as reference. That still worked amazing. Amazing for a first draft AI. Like, this is so beautiful. These individual waves look ugly. But these long, uniform swells look so much better. Now what I need to do is give a bit more, there's a little boat there, a little more oomph when it's going over it. I had it toned down a bit for debugging. These swells will push the boat a little more. So like how I'm fighting it, it'll be like hitting a speed bump every time I hit this swell and it'll slow me down. Whereas if I turn around, and this effect's a little more clear, now that I've turned around I have to fight uphill and get a little bit of speed boost, so it's easier to kind of surf the wave almost, surf the swell. That'd be one way to really min-max your speed, I guess. Use the swell to your advantage to not run into the rocks. Oh dear. Why am I doing this on hard? Shift. Oh wait, no, I was already in time. What? Oh, there's a third size boat now? What the fuck? I forgot I added this. That's not. See, it used this file originally. But why am I showing this? Not this one. Well, yes, this one, but this is. That's the file it used, but I wanted it to make a temporary file for this. Yeah, here, this is what I wanted to show. Well, this is not. thought there was one past. Okay, well. There it is. That's better. This is what I was going to show you. So all of these lines here are analytical, and the little yellow dots are individual wave objects. You saw in the other build how there was long crests of waves, and then it's just a few individual waves. This is an optimization, so we're only rendering waves that are in the general area. And how I did it is there's a ring around the player, which spawns in individual wave objects based off of the storm. And I can move the storm here. If I hit W. If I hit W, now the storm's moving. And these lines here are just bat rays broadcasting out, raycasting out, and saying, oh, hey, we hit shallows, so we need to refract. Oh, we hit land, so just kind of break. And this lets me do a quick, dirty simulation of long-distance storm systems interacting with islands that might even be outside of the local simulation. But I still get a rough kind of view of how those waves should look in this area, and I can then recreate those wave patterns miles away from the source. All these fat rays are analytical, so as soon as it stops moving, it's rendered one time and cached. So I can only spend performance on these yellow dots that are currently being simulated. So much cheaper. So much cheaper. How long is this video? Oh, here it is. 12 minutes!